So from that point on, I changed my whole outlook on being an actor. I'm not talking about creative now.
How do you determine your worth as an actor?
Ah, Karen, the question of the night, man. I was so hoping you'd ask me something like this. I got a deep dive here. You down? You ready? I'll
I'm
go
ready.
through it.
Okay.
I realized at a certain point, only when I started making films, that an actor has a value. Knowing distribution companies and foreign sales reps and how they look at things, once the surge of social media came, all of a sudden there's a tangible value, right? Now you got a tangible number on everybody's name that actually dictates. And then once social media was around for a minute, people realized, oh, they could buy followers, and now it's like fake, 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 fake. So that was a determining factor at one point. Now, not so much, and it kind of went away. But it's still something. An actor's value comes in different ways. It used to be dictated by the box office. That's why when that system with theatrical release, and I'm sure a lot of people watching this know, once the theaters started going, the mode of the system went on its ear a little bit. Everything was determined by that opening weekend in the box office. Everything. Not only for the movie, but for the actor's worth. Because if the movie had a great opening weekend, well, guess who's starring in it? Well, they must be worth something. Boop, let's put them in another one. That's what determined it. What determines an actor's worth from a distributor's perspective, this is from what I've been told from the horse's mouth. So if anyone wants to fight me on this, have at it. It's not my words. You are bankable based on the billing in the movie you are in. Usually top 3 or top 4 billed, and how consecutive those movies are released and how those movies do. The box office used to determine that a lot more clearly than it's determined now. Now it's tough because you can have an amazing movie that does well on streaming, but who's going to see those numbers? They're not open to the public unless the producer wants to give them out and show them, which I really don't think many filmmakers actually put their bank statements on the internet, So it's hard to determine. But you can kind of tell. You can see how many reviews people are getting and views and how much, you can just hear about how much it's talked about. Like, for example, my movies, I feel weird saying this, fan base, if that's even a thing, whatever, it's very blue collar. My fan base don't write reviews. I'll get a message from someone, back home, you know what I mean, or on the East Coast or something. They're not review people. They just don't, So it's different tangible factors that come into play. Now, an actor's value is integral because when I was talking about painting by the numbers, that's kind of one of the things that comes into play. Depending on the budget of your film, will really warrant if you need to have bankable actors. If you are able to create a movie under $40,000, $50,000, and its production value is there, the story's there, you don't necessarily need a bankable actor to get you your money back. If the social media plan is in place, if the marketing plan is in place, and you guys are really effective, you might be able to make it back. Might, depending on the genre. But if you mix genre and actors of value, you're kind of on the road to success. So an actor's value is determined in several ways. When I was coming up, I'm sorry I'm coming full circle with this, I don't want to shortchange the question. I realized that I had to give myself value. I came up with that determination maybe a year in when I was in LA. I'm like, I got to give myself something else to these dudes making movies. I realize it's not enough just playing the role. I've been fortunate to be in positions to tell stories, which is what I dream for and I lust for, you know what I mean? Like I love telling the stories as an actor and playing the lead or the main supporting so I can have that responsibility and that weight. But even if I did something that turned heads as an actor, that still might not be enough to value the movie. If I give a great performance in something, that might not get me sold in Germany because Germany's not looking for a performance piece. Germany's looking at what genre, who's in it. So in order for me to give myself value, my thing was I came from a different direction. So what I did was I had to sit back and look at everything. And when that movie Bad Frank came out, it kind of put me on the map because it popped here a little bit, but it sold foreign. I was surprised and it really went. It made money. especially in Germany and wherever else. And that's kind of what put me on the map a little bit. So what I did was, as an actor, I called up the distributor and said thanks. It was like, it was the weirdest thing. They treated me like, you're welcome? Why don't you come by the office sometime, man? It'd be great to see you. I was like, yeah, you got it. So I got a couple bottles of wine, went by the office, made some friends. I was like, oh, this is kind of cool. I know a distributor now. I called the person that sold it for, and I said, hey, this is Kevin Internato. I was Frank and Bad Frank. Hey, Kevin, what's going on? Nothing. How you doing? Good. Small talk, small talk. Hey, if you're ever in the area, come by the office. I said, sure, man. I went by, hit it off. Now I know him. And before you know it happened with another movie I played the lead for. I made them money. So if I'm someone that's helping them make money, why would they not want to know me? Business, right? And before you know it, people job hop, right? So these 2-3 people I met at this one distribution company, within a year's time, they bumped up and went somewhere else. Now I know this distribution company. Now I know this one. Now I know this one. That was what I did. And I kept reaching back, and I was continuing on with the films I've done and the films I was doing, and expanding my contacts, my relationships. That's where I saw value that I can give to myself, that I could bring to a movie. So from that point on, I changed my whole outlook on being an actor. I'm not talking about creative now, but now when I was presented, whether it's from my manager or someone reaches out to me directly, which happens more now, which is it's really nice, you know. But I tell everyone right across the board, the option's there. You want to hire me as an actor, I'm down. But here's also what you get with me. I know these 7 distribution companies. I've opened doors. I've opened doors to these 3 foreign sales reps. These 8 distribution companies in these countries have bought and still buy the films that I'm playing the lead in. I know 3 first ADs. I know an excellent cinematographer. I got 3 editors. I got this, I got this, I got this. My Rolodex is yours. I also have a plethora of actor friends I've known through the years. Some pretty well known, fairly well known, some unknowns, but we always want to work together. Everyone's looking to work at a discounted price. If we could just hang out and do a movie together, that comes with me. And that's true to this day. That's how I work. That's the truth of it. That's how I work. Why would I not do that? Why would I not try to help the filmmaker that's making the film that just offered me a role? Why would I not? Why would I just do my job and walk away? I would never. If there's things that are in my wheelhouse that can actually improve the movie, yeah, of course I would, you know? Of course, and that's what I do. So with me comes that value. If it's up to me and another actor, and we both audition, or a director is like, well, it's either Kevin or this other guy, you know, and we're looking at this, looking at that, I would hope that the smarter producer would choose me. And that's not putting me on a pedestal as an actor. It's not. People can make their own decisions about my work as an actor. But I know as a producer, if I had 2-3 actors in front of me, A, B, and C, and A was terrific, and B was terrific, and C was terrific, but C also said, this is my list of friends who are known that might push the needle for sales. I also know these distribution companies, open door, and I know these foreign sales reps, open door. I say, that's like a no-brainer, dude. You're hired. Why would I not think like that? You know? They can all do the job, but for me, that makes sense. As an actor, that makes sense. Because just to be an actor, no. And there's a lot of that. Once you go higher up the chain, you realize like there's actors that, you know, actors that are up there, the actors that I know too, that everybody knows their names, yeah, they're businessmen and businesswomen. You won't see that publicly, but behind closed doors, oh yeah, sharp as a tack. Sharp as a tack. So that's what I offer as an actor till this day. Fortunately for me, the past couple years, starting with Bad Frank, I was able to find that balance and that value as an actor that exists in the US and foreign territories was something that I wanted to attain. And finally, the time is here because of the projects I've been cast in or the projects I've been making. Because I want to give value to not only my own projects as an actor, but if someone was going to hire me, say, okay, you hire me. I know we just sold for X amount in Germany. I know we got a US deal for X amount here. And now there's a tangible number on my head too. So that's where I come from for building worth as an actor. That's where I come from. And then I have the honor and pleasure of playing someone's role. Yeah, why would I not do that? You know? Now I feel guilty if I don't help out. So the option's there. If somebody needs a hand, open door.
So you drove your Dodge to LA.
Yep.
You realized that you had to sell it because it wasn't fitting in the parking garage.
Yep.
You went on these auditions. At what point did you realize, I want a seat at the table, and if I keep doing this, I'm not going to get that seat. I've got to do it this way that you're talking about. Now you're bringing not only your talent, but you're bringing all sorts of other value to it.
Did you just compliment me, Karen? Thank you so much. Look at that.
I did, yeah.
Karen, everybody. Karen. That was nice.
I have my good moments. Despite me. I'll call the manager, but
yeah. Not too long after.
No.
No, not too long after. Like I was saying, I picked up on the life of an actor pretty quick. I saw the lives of actors that were busy, that were working. From the outside looking in, they were making more than enough money to live off of their acting career. That kind of means you made it. Even if you made it for a 5-year spell and then things fall, you made it. And I just didn't, I was like, that lifestyle is not for me. It's just not for me, you know what I mean? I'm not gonna start burning up all this money I made as an actor and go vacation and this and that, yada, yada. I'd rather take it and save it, keep working, generate my career, you know, and continue on. And then even put a little bit of my own money in my own projects, you know? So I caught on to that pretty quick. The first thing I did was get the jobs with the foreign sales rep and the distribution company. I also joined up into a production company, and I went through 3 production companies I was a part of. I worked like an absolute dog day and night, day and night, day and night. When I wasn't working there, whatever commitments I had as an actor, I did. But the 3 companies went belly up. And I kind of saw that happening when I was in the companies, but I wasn't the high man on the totem pole, but I saw it. So those were kind of instances where I learned from other people's mistakes. So I said, when the time comes for me and when I do mine, yeah, I'm definitely not doing this. That's not happening at all, you know? So I saw it early on and I jumped on it. I wasn't gonna waste any time.